This is a short look at exponents. Exponents are these little numbers that you see up here, this little 3 above that 2, the little 7 above the 3, little 4 above the 10. That's what exponents are. This number down here is called the base number. So we have base numbers and exponents. And in 5th grade, we only look at the ones that have a base of 10. But it's not difficult, and I'm going to explain what these mean as well as we go through. So exponents. In 5th grade again, powers of 10. So 10 is equal to 10. Okay, fair enough. 10 times 10 is equal to 100, right? And 10 times 10 times 10 is equal to 1,000. So we know that. We know as we multiply by 10, we add an extra 0 each time. But there's another way to represent these numbers. And it's like this. 10 times 10, you take the base number, which is 10, and remember, you're only multiplying a number by itself. So the base is 10, you're going to multiply it by another 10. They have to be the same number. And I can write then a little 2 up here called an exponent, and that's what it means. It doesn't mean 10 times 2, it means 10 times itself twice. So you write the base number out as many times as the exponent says. So in this one I've written it out 1, 2, 3 times, so this is going to be 10 to the 3rd power. This time it's only been written out once, so it's 10 to the 1st power. So you can see how it works. If the base is 10, then that little 3 there represents the 3 tens, right? And the little 2 here represents the 2 tens, or 10 times 10. 10 times 10 times 10. Now, if you look at something like this, and it might not be quite clear from what I said there, but I'll make it clear here. I've got 2 to the 5th power. Now, 2 to the 5th power does not equal 2 times 5. That's not what we're doing. Okay? So that is wrong. That's not what it is. 2 to the 5th power means that this base number of 2 is going to be written out 5 times. So I'm just going to write them out 5 times. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I've written it out 5 times. And between each of those, I'm going to put a multiplication. So that's what 2 to the 5th power means. It means the base number times itself 5 times. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. So 2 to the 5th power is not 10, it's 32. So that's how exponents work. You write out the base number as many times as the exponent tells you to write it out, and then multiply it all together. So back to this, although that's maybe a little bit clearer. 10 to the 1st power, you only write out the 10 one time. 10 to the 2nd power, you write it out twice and multiply it together, and you get 100. 10 to the 3rd power, you write it out 3 times, because that's how many times it tells you to write it, and then you multiply it together and get 1,000. It's only in the powers of 10 that the exponent represents the number of 10. So we've written out, well, the number of zeros, if you like, in the number. Like 2 zeros, power of 2, 3 zeros, power of 3. When you don't have a base of 10, I'm not going to write 2 with 5 zeros, right? It's just 2 is written out this many times and multiplied. So that's an overview of exponents, and hopefully that has been helpful. So 2 to the 3rd power will be 2 times 2 times 2. 3 to the 7th power will be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And 10 to the 4th power, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. And that would make 10,000.